In the unlikely event that your Ulterra Quest will not stow out of the water, whether you lose power or your foot pedal or remote control become inoperable, it's a very simple procedure. Also included in the instruction manual packet is a quick release guide that's laminated and waterproof that you can keep in your boat to show you how to do it, as well as a placard on the base plate of the trolling motor itself. The manual stow procedure involves 2 steps. So step number 1 is to manually trim the motor. Locate the manual trim release lever on the side of the trim module. Firmly grasp the shaft and put some upward pressure on it. And then open the manual trim release lever. So with the trim release lever engaged, you can physically lift the shaft of the motor up. You want to be about 10 inches from the top of the drive housing to the bottom of the trolling motor. You can kind of see we're still on a trailer here, so we're a little bit limited as what we can do and explain to you, but this is about the distance we want when lifting the motor in the manual position. The next step, which is already done, is to orientate the prop on the left-hand side of the motor. Lock it into place. Now that the motor is manually trimmed, we need to locate the quick release lever on the steering housing above the tilt shaft near the center of the mount. Open the quick release lever by lifting upward. We're going to find and locate the pin that's on the right-hand side of the steering housing. Push the button in at the center and at the same time pull the pin out. Do not lose it or drop it in the lake. Locate the latch housing handle on the back of the steering housing near the motor ramps. Firmly grip the shaft and raise the latch bracket handle. Pivot the trolling motor into the stowed position. While holding the trolling motor shaft, open the trim release lever. Pull the lower unit into the motor ramps, secure the lower unit on the motor ramps, and close the trim release lever to lock the motor into the stowed position. So with that done, our motor is securely fastened. We can now get it back on shore, get our batteries powered, or get the motor serviced before we go back out on the water. Now we're back on shore. Our batteries are charged up. We want to reintroduce power and get back on the water. Now we need to reverse the process of the manual stow procedure. We're going to lift up on the trim lever and push the lower unit out about 10 inches and re-engage the tilt lever. Now we're going to slowly tilt the motor down, lock the trim lever into place, and make sure the motor is fully seated or deployed. We're going to lift up on the quick release lever and reinsert our pin. We need to line up all the holes while pushing in the button at the end of the pin. Fully insert the pin and then lock down the quick release lever. We can return power to the motor and resume operation.